Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I have been gone for quite some time. I was having some camera issues, some editing issues, some personal issues. I was just having some issues. But I have recently got a new camera that has a viewfinder so your girl can actually see if she in focus or not. Because I know some of the videos, I edited to where it looks like I wasn't, but I wasn't in focus some of the times. But I couldn't see myself, so let's excuse that. But yeah, so I can see myself and I'm looking in my viewfinder right now. Hey girl, hey. Yeah, so today's look is just mainly focused on the eyes. I wanted the eye look to go with my hair, so yeah, hence why I'm wearing this nude brown shirt to match my skin. My eyes match my hair, my lips match my shirt, my skin match my shirt. That's what I wanted. So if you guys are interested in learning how I did this eye look and all that good stuff, just keep on watching. So I'm taking my Morphe 35O matte palette and I'm taking that brown color that I'm pointing to, and I'm using a fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to sweep that into my crease back and forth. Now I'm placing that color a little bit higher in my crease just because I am doing a cut crease and my eyes are hooded, so I like for you to be able to see like all the blending and all the work that I'm putting in when my eyes are open, so I blend it up a little bit higher. Going into that same palette, I'm going to take that orange color on a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to place that right below the color that we just placed down in our crease as our transition. So with the cut crease, you really don't have to be too precise with the colors that you place in your crease, but when it gets closer towards the brow bone, you definitely want to make sure that those colors are faded out nice, and you don't have any lines of demarcation. But as far as when it gets closer towards the lid itself, you don't necessarily have to be too precise because you're going to cut your lid with concealer, so any mistakes that you make are going to be covered up with the concealer. So you're going to see me go back and forth between my smaller blending brush and my bigger blending brush, just to make sure that everything is seamless and there aren't any lines of demarcation, and make sure that that blend is perfect. Okay. Next, I'm taking that brown color and I'm using a flatter, fluffy blending brush to apply that right underneath the orange color that I just laid down. I'm using that color as a transition between the orange and the darkest brown color that I'm going to place on next. I want the colors to go from a light brown, almost skin tone transition color, to an orange, to a dark brown, to the darkest brown, and they're all within the same color family, so that way they blend perfectly and they don't look muddy and they don't get muddy when you blend them out. And I'm also going back and forth between my previous brush that I just used with the previous color to make sure that it's blended out into one another. Finally, I'm going to go in with this dark brown color here, and I'm just going to place that in the outer corner. I did use this really fluffy brush. It's a flat top fluffy brush to pack that on and then kind of blend it out, but eventually I do go in straight with my finger and just pack it on, so that way it's as dark as I want it to be. So now for my favorite and probably the most satisfying part of a cut crease to me is cutting my lid. I'm going to take a painting brush that I got from a set from Michaels, and I'm going to take some concealer and just start to cut out my crease. Now you're going to see me like open up my eyes, and I'm doing that because I want to see where my lid naturally creases, so that way I can take my cut crease a little bit further up, because when my eyes are open, I want you to be able to see everything like I mentioned before. So I'm just going to take it up a little bit further, not too far to where it's like touching my eyebrows or anything, but I just want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Also, I'm not taking the concealer all the way to the end of my lid. I'm doing like a half cut crease, but I'm going to blend the concealer out a bit with the same brush that I'm applying the concealer with. I'm doing it right now. And I'm also going to just make sure that that line is pretty perfect as I possibly can make it, to be honest, because nothing's ever perfect, but I can try. So now you see me taking the orange color that we placed in my crease with that same brush, and I'm just going to apply that on the outer part of the crease that we just cut, so that way it blends from the gold that I'm going to place on my lid to the orange to the dark brown. I'm going to take my Jasmine highlighter from Bahi Cosmetics, and I'm going to take a flat, small, precise eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to pack that color onto my lid. Now, the highlighter looks really silver from this angle, but as you can see on the other eye, it is really gold and it's really powdery, so you just need a small amount. And I did kind of go ham on that part, but I do go back and blend that out with a little bit more of that orange color on that same blending brush that we used to apply the orange color in the crease. And then I'm also going to take my finger and just pack a little bit more of that dark brown color on my outer crease, so that way it's as intense as I want it to be. So I felt like the eyelid needed a little bit more sparkle, so I'm taking Solar Liquid Liner from Ulta, and I'm just going to take that and apply it on top of the gold highlighter that we just applied, and it's going to give it a little bit more of a gold leaf-esque type of deal. I don't know, I just thought it went really well with that gold highlighter. So yeah, just apply that all over the lid, and if you want to, you can kind of clean up the line a little bit more just to make sure it's a little bit more precise. Yeah, and make sure that it's faded too, so I kind of take it and kind of fade it out into the orange a little bit. So that's pretty much the cut crease in the eyeshadow portion. I'm just gonna let you guys watch me speed through my foundation really quickly. I did, however, lose the clips of me applying my blush in my first highlighter, and then also the clip of me applying the eyeshadow on my lower lash line. But the shadow on my lower lash line is literally just the dark brown color close to my lash line, and then I smoked it out with a little bit of that orange color and then just applied mascara. So with the Bahi Cosmetics Jasmine highlighter, you get a lot in there, but I'm just going to use what's on the cap, and I'm going to use my Anastasia A23 brush, highlighter brush, and I'm going to tap into the cap a little bit, shake off the excess, and then just just apply this to the highest points of my cheeks again. And I'm using a very, very light hand because it's, I mean, my cheeks are already beaming, but this just adds more of a yellow gold, which is what I was looking for because it matches like my inner corner and my lid and stuff like that. I'm going to add a little bit down the bridge of my nose and a little bit on the tip of my nose. I'm not going to put any on my forehead or on my chin or on my cupid's bow, just because I'm going for more of a strobed look in those areas, which is why I use the Gilded Honey highlighter from Laura Geller. And then I'm going to use my powder brush, and just kind of press that into the skin and kind of tap out the excess and blend it in, because sometimes it can look a little cray. But yeah, and a little extra, but I'm fine with extra. So for lip color for today is going to be Dose of Colors Cork Liquid Lipstick, and it looks like this, which I freaking love Dose of Colors lipsticks. They're like literally my favorite formula of liquid lipsticks that I've ever tried, and I've tried quite a few, high-end and low-end, and this is literally my favorite. I think they're like $18 on the website, and I will list it down below so that way you guys know. So let's just go ahead and apply that. Oh my gosh, I love this color so much. It's so pretty. Like my everyday nude color, this is it, because it's not a pinky nude, it's a brown nude, and it almost looks like my skin, and I love it. I was gonna use a lip liner with this, but I don't feel like it. Is that lazy? And I think it's because the brown lip liner I was gonna use is not sharpened, and I don't know where my sharpener is, so I'm gonna just skip that. That sounds really lazy, but whatever. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much the end of this video. If you guys liked this video, then of course like it, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your mama, your cousins, your uncle, your auntie, whoever. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.